Hopefully it's around 8 o'clock and we have a 45-minute session now on independent study, and this is the very first one. So let me tell you a little bit about independent study. So independent study is when you are on your own, particularly when you're trying to learn something new. Maybe you're preparing for a lesson, maybe you're reviewing something that you've done in a lesson, or maybe you are just learning to remember something. So the course is going to be a group of lessons and activities presented hopefully by a few people, but there might be a few by me, that are to help you with your independent study so that you're better at it. These things will help you with revision as well, and hopefully a lot with just understanding what it is that you're learning. Now, it's always a good idea, whatever your lesson, to know what your objective is, to know what it means to have achieved your objective, to know what it means to achieve success criteria. So you should be able to tell yourself, I'm learning this and I know that I can do it because I've met these parts of the success criteria that my teacher has told me. If I can do this, then I've learned it. Okay. So the whole thing is also going to take in some other thinking skills, some useful things that might help you with being creative and with ideas, with working with other people, with producing something that shows what you've learnt in a way that suits you. So we're going to give you some options for that. So this is the very first one, and we're going to be today looking at a video, and our objective today is to learn how to summarize better. We're going to learn how to summarize something better when we get a whole lot of information. What are the main points? So to summarize is to bring it down to a lot of information to maybe 4 or 5 simple points. Okay. So I'm going to give you a link to a video that is quite a famous TED Talk. And this TED Talk is about creativity in schools. So it kind of works in that I'm saying to you creativity is important in the real world. And so it's interesting to see what they think about creativity in education. Now, your job is going to be to summarize this video. And I want you to do this. I want you to summarize it, the whole video as you're watching, to 5 points, maybe bullet points, not necessarily long sentences. You could start with long sentences, but then how do you bring that down to a very, very simple point? So to summarize the 3 little pigs, you might say there are 3 pigs that are brothers, and one of them is wiser than the others, and as a result they manage to defeat the wolf, for example. That's summarizing that story. There's a lot more to the story. There's morals you could get from the story, but summarizing is bringing it down simply. So I want you to watch this video and summarize it to 5 bullet points. 5 bullet points. And then after that, when you've finished looking through and reading those 5 bullet points, I want you to summarize and bring it down to 1 bullet point. What was the video about? Okay? If you do this successfully, you should be able to tell your tutor when you are at tutor time this afternoon, between 4 and 4:30, what your 1 point was. And it would be a good idea also to email your tutor with your 5 bullet points, but you should be able to summarize it to 1. Okay, so if you look at the sheet, you will see where the video is. Thank you.